Hi! Next up tonight is we're going to talk about some books that I think are going to really touch a few of you specifically, depending on the kids in your life. But the first couple books I want to show you are going to be great for kids to learn how to deal with their own emotions and feel better about themselves. And then I'm going to go through some other books that are going to help kids either appreciate the fact that they're different from everybody else or appreciate the fact that there are other kids out there that are different from them. Kind of works both ways, but they touch on a couple of different topics, and I think these are going to be really important for kids to have, for you to touch on some of these topics with the children in your home or the children in your life, and really just make it a little bit easier to broach some of these topics that could be a little bit more difficult but don't have to be, and books are a great way to bridge that gap. Okay, so first up we have No Worries, and we have Hello Happy. And these are both workbooks, and these are good for a variety of ages, from as young as a kid can start to understand some of the activities they need to do in here. Even if they can't read it all themselves, you can help them work through it themselves, all the way up to, you can do this in middle school, you could, some of this, you know what, a high school student might benefit from some of these too. But let's go into these a little bit more detail. So No Worries, it's an activity book for young people who sometimes feel anxious or stressed. A lot of kids have anxiety for a number of different reasons. They don't really understand why. They don't understand what to do with that anxiety. So this is a great book to help them work through some of those feelings and hopefully deal with those emotions a little bit better. Here's an activity about making a worry jar, and this is something that adults do. Being able to write down your worries, put them in the jar, and forget about them. You can draw something that makes you laugh. You can draw worry monsters. There's all different things here. You can color in here, and this is going to help you if you're feeling a little stressed out. Color your feelings. Some activities for you to do. But there's lots of different things to do in here that kids can, you don't have to go through this at any specific order. You can go at your own pace. The kids can work through, but just to help them address their feelings in a way that's safe for them and comfortable. Hello Happy is very similar, but for this one, it's an activity book for kids that may feel sad or angry. Okay, so this goes on the same concept here. So this is talking about the way feelings, you shouldn't keep them bottled up because it could get out of control. Let's see, there's another coloring one in this one. Cloud blowing, sad lion, happy lion. So he's sad in the cage, you're going to draw him happy being out of the cage. Okay, this is making a thankful tree. Just another way to start to feel thankful for what's good in your life so that you can focus on that instead of the other stuff going on. Alternative actions. So, one day something happened, and then what I could do differently. So it's just helping kids work through those feelings. So these are really, really good books. I definitely think you should check those out if you have any kid that maybe feels a little anxious or feels a little angry and has some feelings to work through. Okay. So these next couple of books are picture books, but they address some different topics that are relevant and don't always come up in a lot of storybooks. But this first one is Ava's Spectacular Spectacles. And in this adorable storybook, Ava wears glasses, or at least she's supposed to, but she doesn't want to because glasses aren't cool and she's afraid the kids are going to make fun of her, all that good stuff. So her teacher is brilliant, and her teacher goes through a couple of different fairy tales with Ava, and she tells her what might have happened if those characters wore glasses and could really see what was going on. So she talks about Little Red Riding Hood, that if she had worn her glasses, she probably would have seen the wolf and noticed that it was not actually her grandmother. She talks about Hansel and Gretel. They would have seen the signs that pointed them right back to their home, and they would not have gotten lost. Humpty Dumpty, if he had his glasses on, he would never have fallen off the wall. So it's a really good way to get kids to understand that glasses are not only important, but they're so cool and they can really benefit you in a lot of different ways. So check out Ava's Spectacular Spectacles if you know anybody that's struggling with the idea of wearing glasses. Okay, Lemur Dreamer is an adorable little story, but it actually addresses sleepwalking. So how cute is this? So this little lemur lives in a lemur community, and they're all cute little lemurs. But this lemur sleepwalks, and in his dreams, he walks all over the place and has no idea what's going on. But his friends want to make sure they keep him safe. So they start following him as he's sleeping, just to make sure that he doesn't get into any trouble. But as he goes through, his friends are getting pretty tired, right? Because they don't want to keep doing that. So what they decide to do at the end is I don't want to ruin it for you, but they come up with a cute little way to help the lemur without waking him up. And he can still have his wonderful dreams while he's sleepwalking, and his friends get some sleep. Okay. This next book is a great new addition. It is called Boy. And in this story, the boy uses sign language to speak. But in his village, no one else understands what he's saying. So it's a really cute way of showing what it's like to be different when people can't understand you. Okay? And this obviously takes place in a different time and place. But he basically goes through life not having people be able to understand him, and he can understand other people, but he's able to actually end a war that's been going on, a giant fight that's been going on, because he's able to reach them in a way that they haven't been able to address things themselves. And this is a really, really cute story, and they all end up learning that they need to communicate and they need to talk to each other. And I love Boy. Check it out. Okay. And this last one I just want to show you because this is a good way to help your kids understand different cultures. And this is Here and There. And this talks about all the different things that can go on around the world. So playing outdoors, how different people play outdoors, how different people travel to school. So this is traveling to school in Zambia, in Japan, healthy eating. So it gives you a good idea. Look at this, school lunches around the world. How cool is that, right? So it gives you an idea of how people around the world live and things, how they're different, and you can talk about what you might like better, what might be cooler if you live somewhere else. But this is a really good way to open the door to those discussions. So check out Here and There.